Good evening and welcome. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. So we're just going to take one more minute just to allow people to join and for you to get settled on your mat. Find yourself in a nice comfortable position. Just getting whatever props you might need for your class, blocks, belts, whatever it may be. So lovely to see you this evening on this Monday in July. Monday evening, the 4th of July, Independence Day in the States. Okay. Great, so just finding yourself into that comfortable seated position, we'll begin just taking 5 minutes to meditate, as always. So relaxing the palms onto the knees or thighs, soften down the shoulders, close the eyes, and allow your sit bones to begin to melt. And just observe the natural ebb and flow of your breath. Notice where it is in the body. Begin to notice your physical body and how it's landed onto the mat this evening. We'll begin by taking 3 inhalations into the nose and exhaling softly from the mouth. So all together, inhale as fully as you can, breathing deep into the lower region of the belly, down to the lower region of the lungs, filling up as much as you can. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale softly. Make a big sound here. Once again, deep inhalation, filling up. See if you can fill up a little bit more this time. Open the mouth, release the jaw, exhale. Really arriving onto your mat, your held safe space this evening. Once again, inhale fully. Open the mouth, release. Just soften the body. Begin to allow your palms to face up in a nice receiving position on your knees. And begin to activate your Ujjayi breath now. So inhaling and exhaling from the nose. And we'll count our breath to bring our focus, our attention fully there. So we're going to inhale for a count of 4, exhaling for 5. So I'll count you in. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. Exhale 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. And just continue on your own count. So your count will be different to mine. And find that natural balance in your breath. Allowing the exhalation to be slightly longer as we use the exhalation to really calm our whole parasympathetic nervous system and bring peace and ease throughout our body. Utilizing our breath, one of our greatest tools that we can use anytime to bring this ease and calmness throughout. So as you continue to deeply breathe, begin to notice how your physical body is in this moment. Swiftly scan from your head all the way down to the tips of your toes. Just noticing if anything is popping out for you today. Every time we practice, our body will change. It will feel different days. Always moving and changing, adapting. And lastly, begin to notice mentally and emotionally how you've arrived. Just choosing one word now to describe how you feel in this moment. And we're going to take another deep inhalation into the nose, exhaling from the mouth, release, and let all of that go. Inhale as fully as you can. Exhale softly. And just trust in the sound of my voice, keeping your eyes closed. Relax your hands to your sides now. Dropping right ear towards right shoulder. And slowly taking left ear towards left shoulder. Once again, right ear towards right shoulder. Left ear towards left shoulder. Bring your chin in towards your chest, and we'll take hold of our knees. Draw the navel towards the spine, drop the head, so slouching forward. And then inhale as you draw your nose up towards the sky. Draw the shoulders back, open your heart, drop the head, elbows out. Exhale, release. Navel towards the spine again. Drop chin towards chest. Inhale, lift. Shine your heart. Just awakening up the spine nice and gently. Chin towards chest. One last time. Inhale, lift. And exhale, bringing the head back to center. We're going to take our hands to our shoulders, and you can begin to gently flutter your eyes open in your own pace. Bring your elbows to touch. Inhale, lifting the elbows as high as you can. And as you exhale, rotating those shoulders, drawing the shoulder blades towards the spine. So once again, inhale, lift. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. Exhale, relax those shoulders. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Taking the hands, palms to face towards each other, elbows in line with shoulders. And just gently begin to gently sway from side to side, just swiveling from the upper thoracic spine. Palms face out. Just feeling into that upper body. You need to loosen it up, warming things up within. Lovely. Taking the hands together, interlace the fingers and press the palms away from you. Lengthening through the arms, you can just gently rock from side to side. Draw the hands back, really lengthen through the arms. Lovely. And we're going to take a deep inhalation. And we're going to fold to the right side as fully as you can here. Stay grounded in the sit bones. Breathe, keep drawing the shoulders back. Lovely. Exhale, release, coming back to center and the opposite side. Try to keep the arms nice and straight. Lovely. Exhale, back to center. Once again, to the right. Exhale, release. And to the left. Or the opposite side, whichever that is for you. Beautiful. Exhale, release. Taking the arms out nice and wide now. And we're going to take the hands behind us, interlacing the fingers, and just lengthen the arms away from you. Draw the shoulders back. Bring the chin towards the chest. Take the hands as high as you can here. Exhale, release. So just taking a little twist now, taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee, and just take the left hand to the center of to the middle of your back, looking over your left shoulder. Take a deep inhalation here. Exhale, back to center. Right hand comes behind, left hand to the outside of the right knee. Look over your right shoulder as fully as you can. Take a deep inhalation. Lovely exhale, coming back to center. Hands to the knees, elbows out, and gently begin to rotate from the hips. Again, getting nice and soft, just slowly beginning to warm up the spine, bringing some fluidity, some movement here. Our incredible spines and all the ways it can move, different shapes you can make. Going a little bit lower, perhaps staying high. Just feeling from your hips, from your groin. Noticing anything going on for you today. Gorgeous. And we're going to bring the legs out nice and wide. So we're going to, take the right foot in, extend the left leg out. Bring the right foot in towards you. Inhale, lengthening the arms up. Begin to rotate to face towards your left foot. And gently begin to fold, hinging from the hips. Folding towards that foot. Hands face up towards the sky, drop the head. And just surrender here for a breath. Exhale fully. And slowly coming back to seated. Taking the right hand down. Rotate the left foot to face onto the mat and come right up onto your right knee. Inhale, bring the left arm up and over. Reaching that left hip as high as you can. Lovely. Drop the head for a moment. Deep inhalation again. Exhale. Release. Once again, sinking, dropping the hips, flexing that left foot, and reaching. Inhale, reaching towards the left foot, folding towards the left foot. Drop the head. Feeling into that left hamstring. Surrender here for a full breath. And once you've completely exhaled as fully as you can, gently coming back to your seated position. Taking both feet in, come to your butterfly, and just opening up the soles of the feet, gently rocking out the knees from side to side. Warming up the hips a little bit here. Just checking those inner groins. Excellent. Extending the right leg out now, nice and long, or opposite leg. Draw the left foot in towards the right thigh. Maybe removing flesh from underneath the sit bones. Inhale, reaching the hands up. Begin to turn to rotate towards the right foot, and then folding from the hips. Hands face up towards the sky, bring the chin towards the chest, and just surrender here. Inhale fully. And exhale. Release. Let go. Gently coming back to seated, taking the left hand to the mat. Rotate the right foot to plant onto the ground. Inhale, coming up onto your left knee, take the right hand up and over. Press that right hip up as high as you can towards the sky. And exhale, release. Slowly coming down for one last hamstring, inner thigh stretch. Inhale, reach those fingertips high. Exhale, fold. Reaching towards that right foot. Hands face up, surrender. Inhale fully. And exhale, release. Lovely, slowly coming back to seated. Okay, taking the feet together. Now we're going to come right around. We're going to take our child's pose. So lovely wide child's pose to begin. Knees as wide as the mat, bring your toes to touch. Sink the hips. And begin to walk the hands forward. Relax the elbows. Draw your forehead down. And surrender your hips. Allow your tailbone to melt as fully as you can. Feel the compression in the hips here. And really ground yourself here. Just deepening the breath. Imagine that you are growing roots into the earth, grounding down as fully as you can, reaching lower levels of your lungs, reaching a higher lung capacity with each breath. Take the palms together and bring your prayed hands to the back of your neck and slowly begin to walk the elbows as far forward as you can. Relax the shoulders, melt the hips. See if you can melt a little closer to the ground. With every exhalation, you're going deeper and deeper towards the earth. Until you're almost completely stuck onto the ground. Begin to release the hands now, walking the fingertips forward, as far forward as you can. Really lengthening those arms, stretching the shoulders. And gently begin to bring some movement into the hips. So slowly start to sway from side to side, feeling deep into the compressed hips. Lovely. And you can begin to walk the hands back. And we're going to find our tabletop position. So making sure our hands are directly below our shoulders, knees below the hips. Spreading the fingers as wide as you can, all 10 knuckles pressed firmly into the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, traction your chest forward. Tailbone goes up, look up. Exhale, release, bring the chin in towards the chest, doming into the spine like a scared cat. Inhale, once again, drop the belly, traction the chest forward, gaze draws up. Inhale fully, exhale, release. So making lots of sound here on your inhalation and your exhalation. Don't be afraid to find the oceanic sound in your breath. And on your exhalation, of course, exhaling as much as you want to from the mouth, or you can exhale from the nose if you wish. Your choice here, just listen to your body, warming up the spine. Each time going a little deeper into the pose. Allow your breath to lead your movement here. And we're going to bring some movement into the belly. First of all, rotating the belly, begin to make some circles here. Rotate, go the opposite direction. And begin to take the hips from side to side, looking over the shoulders towards your feet. Stretching out the side body. And you might rotate your head a little bit here if it feels nice. Making some circles here, stretching into the back of the neck. And rotating the hips, drawing the hips down onto the heels. So moving here authentically, uniquely, allow your body to find the appropriate movement for you today. Closing the eyes and just dance as though no one is watching, as they say. Moving at your own pace. Tuning in. Warming up all those nooks and crannies, anything that needs to be stretched or to be worked into. Being compassionate with any vulnerable spaces in the body today, past or present injuries. Bringing the hands for a little walk around your mat, maybe walking the hands towards you to begin. And maybe taking them for a walk in the opposite direction, just stretching out the arms, working into the wrists, maybe rotating from the shoulders down into the wrists. So be gentle with the wrists. Sometimes they can be very delicate. Thinking back at the hips, stretching into all 10 fingers. And maybe you'll take your palms to face up towards you, stretching into the wrist this way. So all the different options, so many different options. You might find lots of ways of moving that I don't do, so always honor that, always honor your body. No one knows your body like you do. Coming back to tabletop, we're going to walk our hands forward and find our puppy pose. So take the hands as wide as the mat, melt your heart, melt your chest, keep lifting the tailbone high, bring your chin or your forehead to the mat. And once again, grounding down here, imagine that your heart is heavy and it's melting towards the earth. Taking a few long breaths here. Exhaling through the nose or the mouth if you prefer. Today, mindful, conscious breath. Slowly walking the hands back into your tabletop position. We're going to inhale the right fingertips up towards the sky, open that right shoulder. Exhale, threading the needle, right arm underneath the left, right shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat. Soften here. Option to hold here, or taking that left hand up towards the sky, open the left shoulder in your twist, and you might take the left hand around to reach the right thigh, the right hip crease. Breathe. Exhale fully, taking that left hand back to the mat, coming back to tabletop. Opposite side, inhale, lifting the left hand up, open the heart, open the chest. Exhale, thread the needle, left arm underneath, right, left shoulder, cheek, temple to the mat. So softening here, this might be where you stay, or taking that right hand up, open the right shoulder, taking that right hand to the crease of the left thigh. Taking a deep breath here. Deep exhalation, as fully as you can. Let it all go. And bringing that right hand back to center, coming back to your tabletop position. Lovely. Begin to engage the core, drawing the navel towards the spine. And we're going to extend the right leg and the left arm. Draw your left hand and your right foot to the center line of the body. Inhale, making a fist with the left hand. Exhale, draw the right knee to left elbow, drop the head. 5 times. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release for 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, release. I think that was 5. I might have done an extra one, so apologies if I did. Okay, opposite side. Extending that left leg and right arm. So again, draw the right hand and the left foot to the center line of the body. Find your balance. Making a fist with the right hand. Inhale. That long. Exhale. Right elbow to left knee. Drop the head. Inhale. Lengthen for 1. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Lengthen. 3. Exhale. Release. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Release. Last one. Inhale. Lengthen. Exhale. Release. Coming back to tabletop. Give your hips a little wiggle. Lovely. Walking the hands forward. We're going to tuck the toes in. Sink the hips. And just gently rock back and forth here. Stretching into all 10 toes. Draw your heels out. And come right onto your toes. You might even walk the hands back and come up onto your knees here. Just stretching out the toes. Go really deep here. See if you can stretch all 10. We're just taking 2 more breaths here. Breathe into the discomfort if it is, and perhaps this might be really easy for you. Also, one last deep breath. Lovely, walking the hands forward once again. Spreading the fingers wide, index finger facing forward, gripping between your index and your thumb. Lift the tailbone up towards the sky, drop the head, and begin to pedal out the feet. Coming into your first downward dog. So just getting nice and comfortable here, nice and relaxed. Feet a nice hip distance apart. If it's very uncomfortable in this position, walk your feet a little closer to the body, or to your hands, I should say. And see if you can draw both heels towards the ground and find some stillness in your downward dog. Maybe lifting all 10 toes off the mat, drawing the tailbone up. Just checking your alignment overall here. If you practice regularly, look towards your belly button, keep lifting the tailbone high. And breathing, make sure your lung capacity is expanding, that your breath is bringing you through your practice as powerfully as possible. Give your head a little sway, yes, and your head a little shake, no. Make sure there's no tension in the back of the neck. Lift the tailbone a little higher, melt the heart, bending the knees. Begin to step slowly towards the back of the wrists. No rush to get to the top of the mat, just walking nice and slowly. Feet hip distance apart when you're almost halfway. Take the hands, take hold of opposite elbows, drop the head, and just let go here, sway from side to side. Knees as deeply bent as needed. Roll the lips. Make a big ah sound here. A real release, a real surrender to this lovely upside down position here. Just getting comfortable, hanging out upside down. Relax the arms now, drop the hands to the ground. Deeply breathing, deeply hanging. And we're going to inhale to a flat back. So inhale as you come up, draw your hands to your shins or your knees, bring the shoulders back, come to a flat back. And as you exhale, fold, draw navel towards the spine, relax the arms, drop the head. Exhale fully. Inhale, flat back. Take your time here. Exhale fully. Last one, inhale, flat back. Lovely, exhale fully. Lovely, and just give your knees a bit of a shake. Just bend, straighten and flex a little bit more, drop the head. We'll begin to roll up through the spine, stacking vertebrae upon vertebrae. Take your time. Really bend the knees, press into the feet here to support the weight, to support you. Grounding, planting those feet firmly down. Imagine that there are roots growing from your feet all the way down into the ground. Come up to standing and just shake out those arms. And as you shake, sway your arms from side to side, relax the shoulders. And it's almost like you've come up for air, just getting all the oxygen in here. Shake out the legs, shake out the arms, and just get really soft in your body. Shake like jelly, wiggle the hips. Make as much noise as you wish. Relax the shoulders away from those ears. And when you're feeling nice and loose and free and everything has been shaken off, come to the top of your mat once again. Feet hip distance apart, taking all 10 toes off the ground. And see if you can, one at a time, place your toes back onto the earth, onto the mat. Standing up nice and tall, hands to prayer. Inhale, reach your fingertips up towards the sky, look towards the thumbs. Exhale, fold forward, hinging from the hips. Drop the head. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, once again, fold, taking the hands to the mat, stepping back into your high plank position. And just hold your high plank for a moment. Soften into the shoulders, lift the head. Engage the core, engage the glutes, draw the heels back. Getting nice and strong in the arms here. Hold it for one more breath. And when you're ready, dropping the knees, bend the elbows, chest and chin to the ground. Release the toes, soften the hips, scoop the chest forward, come into your baby cobra. Woo. Exhale, release. We're just going to come back into a child's pose here. Soften the hips, relax the head. Just bring the head to the mat, take the hands to the side of the body, and just gently soften the tailbone down. Take a deep breath here. We're not going to stay here long, just taking a little restorative child's pose. Exhale fully. And once again, walking the hands forward, tucking the toes, gently coming back into your downward facing dog. Pedaling out the feet once again. One heel at a time down onto the mat as you work into the calves and hamstrings. Deeply stretching the legs. Inhale, slowly begin to step towards the top of the mat, towards your hands. We're going to sink the hips and we're going to take a chair pose here. Sweep the arms up towards the sky, sit down, draw the navel towards the spine, no arching here. Reach the hands up, take a breath, pressing into the feet, strong legs come back to standing, reaching the arms out, nice and wide, take the hands behind you, interlace the fingers, open the shoulders and take a little back bend here, shine your heart towards the sky. Exhale, back to standing. Samastiti Tadasana, mountain pose. Find your breath, hands to prayer. Inhale, reaching fingers up towards the sky, up towards your thumbs. As you exhale, hinging from the hips, fold forward. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, stepping back into your high plank. Hold your high plank, get strong in the arms, draw the heels back, soften into the shoulders. Once again, knees, chest, and chin to the ground. Release the toes, soften the hips, scoop the chest forward. See if you can come a little higher this time. Your upward facing dog, lovely, pressing into the back of the feet. Gorgeous. Exhale, tucking the toes in this time and press back into downward facing dog. Or child's pose if it's too much, the downward dog. Drop the head and just breathing here again, grounding down as you did in your child's pose, but this time in downward dog, really earthing the feet and the hands, planting them onto the ground, pressing all 10 knuckles down, all 10 toes are pressed into the mat, heels are drawing down, breathing deeply here, 5 belly breaths. Looking towards the belly button, full lung capacity. And when you're ready, beginning to look between the hands, bend the knees, and gently step towards the top of your mat. So once your feet are planted, sink the hips, sweep the arms up, and prepare for your Uttanasana chair pose. Once again, open the heart, open the chest, draw the tailbone back, draw the tailbone down, draw the navel back. Sinking, one last sit down, and then pressing into the feet to come up to standing. Take the arms out wide, relax the shoulders down, hands together, interlace the fingers. Inhale, look up, pull the shoulders back. Exhale, release. Coming back to your mountain pose, palms face forward. Take a breath, hands to prayer. Last one here, inhale. Reaching the fingertips up, look towards the thumbs. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold, taking the hands to the mat, stepping back into your high plank. Engage the core, dropping down here, draw the heels back, soften the shoulders, draw the head up. Just holding for an extra breath here, strong plank. And then if you want, taking your chaturanga, or once again, knees, chest and chin onto the mat. Release the toes, soften the hips, scoop the chest forward. Into your upward facing dog. Lovely. Draw the chin in towards the chest. Tuck the toes and press back to downward facing dog. Excellent. So again, just finding your composure here in your downward dog, really planting the feet, planting the hands down, finding your resting pose, getting really comfortable, hanging out here, that you could hang out here for hours in your downward facing dog. Keep lifting that tailbone up, checking your alignment, adjusting what needs to be adjusted, self-adjusting as much as possible here. Keep looking towards the belly button, relaxing the back of the neck. Lovely, and we're going to inhale, look between the hands, and this time just stepping the right foot forward towards the hands. Stay on the ball of the left foot, and we're going to sweep the arms up into our high lunge. Open the heart, open the chest. Exhale. We're going to take the elbows down, bending both knees, dropping here into a little low lunge. Inhale, straightening both legs, lengthening the arms, and exhale for one, drawing the elbows down. Taking 4 more here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, release. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, down. Inhale, lengthen. 4. Last one. Exhale for 5. Inhale, lengthen, and we're going to take the arms out nice and wide, drop the left heel, and find warrior 2 on this side. So you might need to heel toe that right foot in line, just making sure the right knee is in line with the right ankle. Inhale, reverse the left hand to face towards the sky and draw the left hand up and over, right hand, reverse your right hand to face towards the sky, draw your right hand up and over, left hand comes down the back of the left leg, drop the head and breathe. Reverse peaceful warrior here. Lovely, exhale. Taking the right elbow to right knee. Left hand reaches up and over the head. So there's a line going from your left fingertips down towards your left foot. So we don't want the hip to be too high here. We really want to get this left hip in line. So almost rolling out that left hip as much as you can over time, really opening that left armpit up towards the sky. Lovely. Option to take the right hand down to go a little deeper, or just stay where you are if it's good. Pressing down into both feet, exhale, coming back to standing. Begin to straighten that front knee now. Both legs are straight, and we'll find our Trikonasana. Inhale, reaching the right hand forward. Exhale, right hand to the inside of that right ankle. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Look up towards the left hand and breathe. Pressing into both feet. Once again, exhale, coming back to standing. Drawing the feet parallel. We'll draw the toes in, heels out, ever so slightly. We'll take the hands to the hips. So inhale, open the chest, draw the shoulders down. Take a deep inhalation. As you exhale, hinging from the hips, begin to fold forward. Bringing the head as close to the ground as possible, or just hanging the head out here. Shake your head yes, and shake your head no. Big exhalations, let it all go. Bend the knees as much as you need to, or maybe one or the other. Going nice and deep. Inhale, begin to look forward, come to halfway, flat back, and then pressing into both feet, come back to standing. Lovely. We're taking the arms out nice and long now. Exhale, taking the hands behind each other, interlace the fingers. Once again, lengthening the arms, draw the shoulders down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, hinging from the hips, folding forward. This time taking the hands over the head. Bringing the head a little closer to the ground. And once again, bend the knees as much as you need to here. It's going to be tight on those inner thighs. Gently rocking from side to side. Let it all go. Any tension in the neck here. Bringing the hands right over the head. As fully as you can. Inhale, begin to draw the gaze forward once again. Hands to hips. And slowly press into the feet and come back to standing. Lovely. We're going to draw the heels in, toes out. Shoulders over hips. And just sinking into a little squat here. Just gently sway from side to side. We'll take the hands to the knees. Inhale, ooh, oh God, okay. Inhale, draw the right shoulder to center. Just twisting the thoracic spine here. Exhale, release, coming back. Inhale, left shoulder to center. Exhale, coming back. Once again, inhale, right shoulder to center. Exhale, back. Inhale, left shoulder to center. And exhale back, coming right back, shoulders over the hips. Sinking hips a little lower, maybe taking the hands to this. Inhale, take the right heel off the mat, right up onto the tippy toes, stretching into that right calf muscle. Exhale, release. Inhale, left heel off the mat, left calf. And then maybe you'll take a stab or go for your full goddess pose, taking both heels off the mat, come right up. Ooh, onto the tippy toes as much as you can. Lovely. Hands to hips, so you can bring your fingers into a mudra, index finger and thumb. Your goddess pose. Shoulders back and down. Breathe, find the balance. See if you can sink the hips a little deeper, and then exhale, draw the heels down. Ooh, coming back to standing. We'll heel toe the feet back to hip distance and just begin to hula hoop those hips out. Lovely. And maybe drawing the digit 8, number 8, with your hips over your ankles and rotate, go the opposite direction. Might hear some cracking in the legs. That's perfectly normal. Don't worry about any of that. Gorgeous. Okay, so we're going to find our lunge, our high lunge, on the opposite side. So left knee is bent. We're staying on the ball of the right foot. So find your balance here, really working into the right glute here. Left knee is bent. And together we're going to bend the knees, sweep the arms up. Lovely high lunge. Inhale, lengthen both legs. As you exhale, bending both knees, draw the elbows down for, we'll take that as our 1. Inhale, lengthen. So try to soften the ribs, draw the navel in. Exhale for 2. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for 3. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale for 4. Find the balance. Inhale, lengthen. Last one. Exhale for 5. Excellent. Inhale, lengthen. Drop the right heel. Extend the arms out. Find warrior 2. Now you may need to heel toe that left foot. So your left heel is in line with the arch of your right foot. And make sure your left knee is above your left ankle. Lovely. Roll the shoulders back and down. Lengthen those arms. Inhale. Reverse that left hand to face towards the sky and draw the left hand up. And over, right hand down the back of the right leg, drop the head. Beautiful, reverse. Peaceful warriors, most beautiful shape, lovely. Deep inhalation as you exhale. Once again, come back to warrior two, and we'll take left elbow to left knee. Right hand reaches up and over. So again, that right hip is going to be sticking out, sticking up. We really want to rotate that right hip out so that we're drawing a nice line in the body here. So a line between our fingertips down to our right little toe, essentially. So not so much like this, more like this. Lovely, breathe. And then option to go deeper, taking that left hand to the inside of the left foot, and you really feel the compression in that left hip. If you wish, no need to go deeper. If you don't feel it, exhale, pressing into both feet, come back to warrior two, strong legs. Whew. And then begin to straighten out that front leg. Inhale, reach the fingertips forward, reaching forward to grab something. Exhale, left hand to the inside of the left foot, right hand reaches up, look towards your right fingertips. And you can always take hold with the left hand, take hold of the left ankle. Trikonasana. Pressing into both feet once again, strong foundation. Exhale, coming back to center. Lovely. Okay, we're going to heel toe the feet back to hip distance apart. Draw the heels in. So you might need to move around here to find the right adjustment for you. Take the hands to the prayer, and we're going to find our malasana, our squatting pose. So just taking your time, coming down, try to keep the feet on the ground. And if you do need to move your feet, come back up and do it again. So if you come down and one foot's up, see if you can come back up and readjust the feet. So you might even wiggle your hips a little bit, coming down. Lovely. So using the elbows to draw the knees out. And just gently moving here from side to side. Begin to come up onto the tippy toes. Be working into the hips here. Drawing the tailbone down. And we'll find stillness just for a couple of breaths. Draw the tailbone down. See if you can really bring this heart space out in front. So draw the shoulders back and shine your heart out. Getting a nice straight spine here. Find that oceanic sound in your breath, that you're really breathing. Draw the tailbone down. One last little inch. Take a little smile, soften those facial muscles. Exhale fully. And we'll relax the hands. We'll take the right hand to the ground and reach the left hand up towards the sky. Lovely. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, you might drop your left hand behind you and take a bind. So taking the right hand around the right foot. And with your right hand taking hold of your left wrist if it's available. If it's not, that's perfectly fine. Open up that left shoulder. Breathe. Lovely. And exhale. Release. Just on the other side. So just maybe trying it for one day. Take the left hand to the ground, reach the right hand up towards the sky. This might be enough. Maybe taking your bind here, if it's in your practice, taking that right hand around to take hold of the left wrist. And if not, that's okay. Whew. Going deep into those hips. Okay. And when you're ready, slowly coming out, bring the tailbone down. Oh, I'm going to be stiff in the hips now. Okay, crossing the legs. And we're going to come back to our tabletop position. We're going to find our pigeon pose from our tabletop. So spread the fingers wide. We're going to draw our right knee below our right wrist, right foot below your left wrist. Ideally, we want to be here, like so, in an ideal world. But allow that right foot to swing back as much as you need for your body. Hips are square. That's the most important thing. Your right foot can be under you if that's where you're at. Find your pigeon, what works for you, that you're really feeling it in your right hip. You're targeting that lovely glute hip area. You'll know it when you feel it. Lovely. So walking the hands forward, and we're going to surrender here into our pigeon pose, this lovely hip emotional release. Drop the head. Try to keep the back leg straight. And if you do feel anything in that right knee, then please come out and go in again. You don't want to feel anything pulling on that right knee. So just beginning to witness your thoughts. Letting go of any ruminating in the past, any anticipation of the future, and becoming present in your breath and your body. As you do witness the thoughts, allow them to melt, dissolve into the background. And bring this experience in the present moment to be the main focus. The power of now. Slowly begin to walk the hands back. Open the heart, open the chest, take a little slight back bend here. Not pushing or forcing anything. Drop the head back. And then exhale, taking the hands back onto the mat. Slowly coming back onto that left knee and come back into your tabletop position. Give your hips a little wiggle, a little shake, and we'll take our pigeon on the opposite side. So left knee below left wrist, left foot below right wrist. Allow that left foot to swing back as much as it needs. Keep the hips square, back leg is straight. And begin to find your pigeon, what works for your body. Feeling that lovely stretch in the left hip, left glute area. Take your time walking the hands forward. And when you find it, surrender to the pose. And begin to just let go, allowing gravity to bring you deeper into the pose. Notice if anything is coming up for you today in your practice, in your pose. And with no judgment, just allow whatever is surfacing to pass through you. One last deep breath here. So exhale fully. Begin to walk the hands back once again. Open the heart, open the chest. We're just taking our little back bend, drop the head, shine the heart towards the sky. Beautiful. Exhale, dropping into the left hip. Slowly begin to bring the right knee around to meet the left knee. Lovely. Extend the legs, removing the flesh from underneath. A little deeper. Lovely. Inhale. Reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Look up, flexing the ankles. Knees can be bent. Don't worry about how bent the knees are. Begin to hinge from the hips, folding forward. Keep flexing the heels, bend the knees as much as is needed. Palms facing up towards the sky. Bring the chin in towards the chest. And just surrender here. And breathe. Exhale, slowly come back to seated. And we're going to gently roll down through the spine, coming onto our backs. This evening, walk your feet in towards you and just begin to windshield wiper out the knees. So we're just releasing any tension or tightness in the lower spine. Just let those knees go. Take the arms out nice and wide. Soften the shoulders and begin to sway your head from side to side, allowing the skull to get really heavy on the mat. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your knees to one side, perhaps the right side to begin, and just look towards the left hand. Soften here, just coming into a very gentle twist. And taking a couple of deep breaths here. Exhale, bring the knees back to center and cross the body to the opposite side. Look towards the opposite hand. Let the knees go, gentle twist. A couple of deep breaths here. Maybe exhale, release. Once again, bring the knees back to center and we'll just take our knees in towards our chest. Give your knees a big hug, a big squeeze, and rotate the knees, making circles here, massaging out the whole of the lower back area. Take your time, be nice and thorough, getting into each surface space of your lower back. So really feel the massage quality here of this practice, or this little movement. And then when you're ready, perhaps just taking a little baby pose, taking hold of the outside of the feet, bring the knees in towards the armpits, just massaging out the upper back area, going a little deeper into those shoulders. Notice if there's any knot, any tension or tightness in your spine and your back. Baby pose. And just imagine for a moment that you are a baby without a care in the world. Just have a little play. If there's any other part of your legs or your body that you need to stretch, taking it now. Perhaps taking the arms up over the head, take a full body stretch and find your way to your Shavasana. When you're ready, take it's just going to be a 3-minute Shavasana. So begin to really go deep, let go, make sure your feet are nice and wide, feet fall out to the sides, palms face up towards the sky. Allow the back of the skull to really melt down, get really heavy on the mat. Begin to relax the scalp on your head, soften the brow, the forehead. your temples, cheeks, jawline, all the way down into the mouth. Relax the neck, back of the neck, shoulders, and just mentally go down through your arms into your elbows, wrists, hands into each fingertip. Relax your upper back down through your lumbar spine into your coccyx. Inhale, ease and calm. And exhaling anything that's no longer serving you. Relax your chest. Soften your belly, let it go. Giving a nod to all the incredible organs in your body. Your heart, your liver, your kidneys, your pancreas. All the incredible work that's going on within you today. Soften your pelvis, your hips, your glutes. Mentally scanning from the upper leg down into your knees, calves, ankles, and all the way to the tips of your toes. Continue to breathe and find any area, muscle or space within the body that is still holding, still clenching. Imagine that you're breathing into those areas to release and soften and surrender them into relaxation, into this state of pure relaxation. Our corpse pose, corpse-like state. Body has found stillness. But mind is actively focused on your breath. This life force, prana, moving through your body. Healing breath. Utilizing that tool to bring you to this physical state of relaxation. Allow yourself to find peace here in this present moment. And just practicing gratitude. Find one new thing that you haven't thought of before, that you are grateful for in your life today. Once again, begin to deepen the breath. Awakening the body. Begin to wriggle your fingers, wriggle your toes. Perhaps taking a full body stretch here, or just rolling over to one side, curl up like a baby for a moment. Honor your body that you were able to practice yoga today. And begin to send yourself a lot of love and compassion for showing up for you today. Using your outer hand, gently bring yourself to a seated position if you want to close with me, or you can stay relaxed and turn your video off if you wish. Close down the eyes and just closing the class with one arm. Inhale, prepare for Om. Thank you so much for practicing with me. I hope you have a wonderful week ahead, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Lots of love.
Thank you.
Oh, hello.